the frequency at which my OBEs are taking me into the future probability of tsunamis off the west coasts of California is increasing. These experiences this information started coming to me maybe 6 months ago or so, and recently the information is coming through at just a more increased rate. I'm having quite a few experiences that are that are putting through more than just the information of this probability, but sort of putting through something that I feel maybe I'm not getting. So like my inner layers are putting through the information, but because I'm not getting it, they're putting it through more and more persistently. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and compile the three main experiences I've had regarding this. There's been a couple other sort of subsidiary experiences as well. Those may come through here or they may not. We'll see. It's these three main ones that I'm really feeling to put through. Maybe they will start creating a picture in my mind that will help me see more than I am currently, and perhaps the information will be useful to you as well. Before I begin, though, I want to say a couple things. The first thing is that this is not a line of information that I follow. I'm sort of a personal person. I'm private. I'm a bit of a loner. I don't spend a lot of time with people or following what people are saying, especially those that are in the limelight. There's some everyday Jane and Joes just like myself that I like listening in on. But they're not people that are putting through, a lot or consistent, steady information on things like this. It's just more their consciousness is expanding, and they're relaying their experience and insights of this. I don't watch the news. I don't listen to the radio. I don't read the newspaper. The information that's coming through to me is coming through from my inner layers. And whether or not it's coming through ideas that are rising up in the collective psyche or not, I couldn't say. But it's highly likely. This said, this doesn't null and void or invalidate the information, because it's the ideas within the collective psyche and the balance, the percentage rate of those who are sort of going in this direction that creates what's going to happen in our physical reality. So if there's enough people here that are having this sort of information and insight coming through, or who for various other reasons feel like something like this will happen, then again, if the lean is stronger, 51%, we're going closer, into those sort of timelines where those ideas will indeed manifest. I have no fear about the event that I'm about to relay to you occurring or manifesting in what I call my physical reality. The one big boon to those of us who do go out of body, and most especially those of us who go out on a regular basis, is that there is no real fear of death. I mean, that information of there being no such thing as death has fully integrated into our systems. And so, in the event of me going into a reality where I'm in the middle of a tsunami occurring, doesn't frighten me as much as it might the rest of the populace of people who don't go out of body and who haven't integrated this information or knowledge yet. I know that I will transition into the reality that has the most growth potential for me, and where I can aid and assist the most. And so that's what has my vote. I want to go into that reality, whatever that reality is, the one that provides the most growth potential and where I can aid and assist the most. The details, whether that's a reality where a tsunami hits, or that's a reality where we sort of miss it, or one that it doesn't even happen at all. That's just secondary information. So let me get to this. The first experience I had was many months ago. I was taken onto a bridge in the San Francisco area. I don't know which bridge, and I don't know where I was in time. I simply know that the location was one of the bridges in the San Francisco area. I arrived just as the event was about to take place in climax. The waves were beginning to really get rocking, and the bridge was starting to come up, and the wall of water was beginning to rise. I had manifested onto the bridge in a car, and from the back seat of this car, I'm witnessing the event. As I look around at what's happening, there are mass extraterrestrial craft at the site during this event. Right now, I'm not remembering a lot about those craft other than they were disc shaped and very material. And I'm saying that because when I describe the next ones I saw at the next site, it might make a difference will be shown. But there were hundreds of craft around, and that struck me. I don't know why or what the extraterrestrial craft have to do with these events. That's a question that I currently have that has not yet been answered, but perhaps it will now. The wall of water rose. I was in panic, watching the wall of water rise. And then I woke up. I realized I was in a projection. My heart rate slowed. I calmed. The wall of water overcame us. We all went under, and just the sounds of the rush of water and the crunching of the bridge and the cars was prevalent in my experience, although at the same time I could feel and hear the thoughts and feelings of other people. I could hear The next event happened here in the Santa Monica area. Again, I'm in a car. I materialize in the passenger seat of a car. We're driving along the Coast Highway. In the area sort of just down off the California grade. And again, I see extraterrestrial craft. This time not in mass, there were 3 craft. And these craft were less material. They might be more along the lines of what people would refer to as light ships. They were small, not real large. Also disc shape, but semi-translucent, opalescent, and as they hummed or slightly moved, I don't know what caused the slight movement, they would glimmer light pastel-y colors in blue, purple, and pink hues. I dematerialize from here and materialize on a nearby street, Ocean Park and 6th. Ocean Park is a street that looks directly down at the ocean, and again, I'm witnessing a tsunami. I'm witnessing the wall of water begin to rise. This time, from that location there on Ocean Park and 6th, I'm in a car heading east away from the water, trying to beat the wall of water this time. So I guess semi-differently from the first experience where I'm on the bridge and literally trapped, can't get away. This is going to be something fully experienced. Now in this experience, although very close, 6 blocks from the wall of water coming up, there is a mode of getting away from it. Not that there's much likelihood in that because of the proximity, but the opportunity there certainly is showing itself now that I'm sitting here saying that that's something that I didn't see before. Yesterday morning, I had my 3rd experience. And this one, a bit more of the information comes more fully through into the front of my mind. This is interesting. This is actually coming through right here live as I'm saying this, which may be why the energies have had me do this particular video 3 times now. For various reasons. It's not uploading right or not filming right. But I'm here in the house, and I'm taken up high, very, very high, and given an aerial view looking down at where I am in proximity to the event of the tsunami. And I'm close. I'm very close. And in the experience, I even remember saying, wow, I didn't realize I was that close. So this must be part of what the energies are trying to get through to me. They're trying to show me how close I am exactly to the event of this happening. And for what reasons yet, I'm not sure. That hasn't come through, which is maybe partly why I'm discussing this now. This event happens in multiple layers. I have multiple layers of information coming through to me at the same time. On the deepest layers, this is pure invisible information. It's something that's viscerally felt through my being, but not seen like the pictures we see in reality that traditionally inform us. But as we come down through the astral and physical layers, I am seeing the visual picture, and I've sort of just described what I saw. What I saw could have been 2 realities superimposed. this reality where my house is now being one reality, and the reality where the coastline is now right here where my house is, or the wall of water, overcoming this area, another reality, which informs me to a degree of the possibility that I'm either shifting into the reality where the tsunami is going to happen or shifting out of it. And which of those is the case, I don't know. And currently, I have no preference. Again, I know I will simply shift into the reality where the most growth potential exists for me and where I can aid and assist the most. And in the event that I do go through an actual tsunami, it's okay. I know, just like in my other experience, my consciousness will just simply shift into another reality, either with the awareness that I just shifted from the tsunami reality into this one, or without that knowledge. Who knows? Hopefully with it, hopefully my consciousness has reached a point where I'm able to take these memories with me, but we'll see. It does seem rather pertinent that I begin talking about this, and I've even started putting out on the boards, just asking if any of my friends are having information like this coming through to them as well. If you're going out of body, or projecting your consciousness out, lucid dreaming, or even just dreaming of this type of event, any sort of earth change happening, maybe you'll let me know. I'm not sure why I feel it might be helpful for some of us to compile this information and put it together, but I am feeling that it could be helpful. So as my events continue to happen, I will continue to keep the line of dialogue about this open, and I hope you will do the same.